Flygon was a deck that I really wanted to make work in the last format before Vivid Voltage, and now I think it actually gains a number of pieces that make it significantly better. So let's take a look at the deck. This is Flygon GX. Welcome back to the channel, little flexers. I swear, you guys are getting more and more good looking every day. Glad that you clicked on today's video because today we have for you Flygon GX. Of course, Flygon GX, a card that we played last format. If you saw the video, we did pretty well with it, but now we get a couple of new pieces from Vivid Voltage that significantly boost the strength and longevity and consistency of the deck. So let's take a look at Flygon GX. For those of you that don't know, Flygon GX is a stage 2 Pokemon. Wow, when was the last time we played one of those in this format? 240 health, fighting type attacker, and the ability Dusty Defense. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, all of your Pokemon take 30 less damage from attacks. Now this is even more relevant now than it was last format, this ability, because there are a few more spread decks. Something like Galarian Darmanitan VMAX, right? It would prevent all of that spread damage with this ability, not just a damage reduction on the active. We also have a couple of attacks. Desert Hurricane, 120 damage for 3 fighting. If there is any stadium card in play, this attack does an extra 120 damage. So 240 damage, really nice. And then when you combine it with the fighting or the martial arts dojo, which increases the damage if you're behind by 40, then you hit 280, and that's a magic number to one-shot ADP. We also have Sonic Edge GX, 220 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon, so 220, really nice for knocking out, you guessed it, Zacian V. So that's our Flygon GX. The thing that makes this card particularly viable to kind of like set up behind, because normally your opponent would just boss up the attacker that you're trying to set up, right? It's a huge investment to get up a Flygon. You got to evolve it twice. You got to attach a bunch of energy to it. But we have this Vibrava, and this really is what makes this deck viable. This is what makes Flygon GX a viable attacker. Ability, Obnoxious Whirring. Whenever your opponent plays a supporter card from their hand, prevent all effects of that card done to this Pokemon. Your opponent has a boss's orders. Well, they can't target Vibrava with that boss's orders. And so Vibrava is generally safe. Not many decks are running Pokemon Catcher right now. So your Vibravas are pretty much safe on the bench to get powered up, load them up with energies, and then evolve into Flygon when you are ready to attack. The two things that this deck gets from Vivid Voltage are the Stone Energy, which reduces all damage to fighting type Pokemon by 20, and the Snorlax with the Gourmandize ability. Snorlax is a really nice setup Pokemon. In the early game, you're going to see these games where I try to get into a Snorlax as soon as possible, and it just makes sense, right? Because you're sitting behind this Snorlax and you got Vibravas on the bench you're trying to protect, so just throw up a couple of Snorlax, use the Gourmandize ability, try to draw your hand up and refill your resources, and then you go in with the Flygon again when you're ready to attack. We got a couple of red and blue. Red and blue are really important for this deck to get the energy out and to evolve into the Flygon GX. So when you play this card from your hand, the second effect says you may discard 2 other cards from your hand, and if you do, search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to the Pokemon that you evolved. So you could go from a Vibrava that has no energy attached to red and bluing and getting 2 energy, and then all you have to do is attach an energy for turn, or if you have a Karate Belt and you're behind in prizes, you can go ahead that way and get the 3 energy necessary to attack with the Flygon. This is the list. I hope you guys enjoy these next couple of games. We do get a couple of wins, including one against a tier 1 deck, and that doth a YouTube video make. So enjoy these next couple of games. This is Flygon GX. As always, if you enjoy the content that you see and you want to see more from me, please make sure to subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications of when I post videos in the future. Normally got one every single day at 9 a.m. So if you want to get on that, make sure you hit that bell, slap that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next video. Here we go. This is perfect. So turn 1, Gourmandize. We get the Trapinch on the bench. We get a Doll as well. If we can find a Quick Ball off the top or off this mulligan, we get the energy attachment. I mean, we're looking nice, and we're playing against an electric deck. I mean, I think the stars are lining up for us. Yo, what's up, Atrocious? Welcome on in, guys. How's everybody doing? Appreciate having you guys here. How did the stream go? Jake. Cream Cheese. Welcome on in. What a name. Yeah, we have since moved on from Togekiss. We've since moved on. We played Togekiss for about 2 hours this morning. Kind of found some of the good matchups. ADP seems very, very favorable for the deck. And there are a few other matchups that I think are pretty decent for it. Definitely struggles with Luke Metal. You know, certainly like Sense of Scorch seems unfavorable. But when you have an ADP matchup that's very positive, I think you're slotting yourself into viability kind of immediately. This seems horrible. I hate the snipe. We need to get a Trapinch as quickly as possible. Flygon, I should say, as quickly as possible. Because I think you can cheese your way through most of the other matchups. Is the thing. Let's go here. I'm gonna Gust and say they don't have a switch. We're gonna Gormanize. I didn't know we needed to play Mew from Unbroken Bonds in this deck. So what have you guys been playing? No, dude. Don't you dare have an electric energy. Don't you dare have an electric energy. Don't do it. I'm telling you, I'm warning you. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, well that also is bad, so I understand. Very cool. Go here. Go here. It all feels so wrong. The crushing hammers are just killer, dude. They're truly killer. Against a slow deck like this, what we can't have happen is spread, and what we can't have happen is crushing hammers. So we're reaching the breaking point here. They've used all their crushing hammers, so we've finally like gotten out of that. We've kind of reached that like inflection point, right? And to Dene. Okay. No lightning. No lightning. No lightning. No lightning, please. No lightning. Don't you do it. We just need to get one Flygon up, dude, and we're chilling, bro. All right, so no lightning. We'll get the stone. Play this. I don't know, man. All right, we'll go here, bro. All right, there it is. We'll take out another Snorlax and just pitch it. Now all we're looking for is we want a Mallow and Lana. We want an Evo Incense. I think we're just gonna go with the Flygon. We're just gonna say, hey, I don't think you can KO Flygon. Well, Gorman dies again. How did the Orbeetle go? Whose list were you using for Orbeetle? Or did you craft your own? So another Primate Wisdom. Certainly they're looking for the Pika-Pek evolution. Let's go there. Let's go there. At this point, we just want to attack. So I'm going to switch it up. Switch up. Switch up. Big if true. A couple of nice cards for us. I almost wonder if we could get rid of the rare candy in this list. I feel like we probably could. not really seeing a reason. We've been like the Snorlax just gives you so much boosted consistency that you should be able to draw into your Incenses, your Vibravas. We could go up to like 4 Vibrava. That could be a thing. So there's Air Balloon. This is a cute little list too. I like the amazing rare usage here, the Raikou. They really would have gotten us. I think they win if they could find any of their electric energy. They had like 2 turns to try to amazing shot. And yeah, they take out the right target on the bench. What they want to do is they want to bring up the Snorlax. We get the other Mallow and Lana. But they want to try to stall the Snorlax, I think. That's the biggest problem with this deck is like your Snorlax is just so vulnerable without switch and stuff. All right, and there's the research. Discarding even more options. It's just getting harder and harder to think that they could come up with a win. This scares me. This definitely scares me. Let's see, can they accelerate to it? Yeah, I mean, I guess they can, right? So they could accelerate to this Pheromosa and Buzzwole. They would need a ton of energy onto it, but if they could get like 8 energy onto it, right? They can take 3 extra prizes. So if they would knock out a Flygon, then they could win the game. That card, which is ridiculous. There's the Trumbeak. And we will see an Intrepid Sword. Okay. All right. And they're going to scoop. Okay, GG for our Flygon deck. Yeah. I think if we just had a Sun and Moon format, we'd be really happy. But the fact that we have both, I think they are really trying. Like they tried with Black and White to take the game in a new direction, and they were very successful at doing that. And then they tried Sun and Moon to take the game in a new direction. They were largely, I would argue, largely successful with that. But then now that we're combining these two, like Black and White to Sun and Moon, there was also some tension there of the cards feeling like, maybe these things shouldn't be played together. And then now we're feeling that same tension of Sun and Moon to Sword and Shield. Well, Pokemon Ranger, hey man, that you could be playing for the next 10 years, buddy. Yeah. Sword and Shield on would be really fun. I agree. I'm with you. Isn't Tablemon doing a Sword and Shield on format tournament soon? I believe so. I think I saw something on Twitter about that. So, yeah, keep on the lookout for something Sword and Shield on. I feel like we're missing like one set to make Sword and Shield on particularly good. Like we just have a very limited card pool. I'd imagine that Sword and Shield on is probably a lot of Eternatus. But I mean, I guess Sword and Shield on, like, it could just be Colossal doing well, right? If people think, you know. The problem that I have with this format, and I've stated it on Tag Team, is that there's not a ton of good counter options. So it just kind of feels like, well, like your deck choice, not that there's a lot of counter options, but it just feels like your deck choice is more impactful now than it's ever been in the past. So you are like, to do well in a tournament, it doesn't necessarily feel like you have to outplay your opponent. Sure, there's skill. There's absolutely skill involved. But I feel like on the whole, you're largely... maybe we should have kept the red and blue. I think this is fine. We'll go here. And I think we Gorman... do we want to research? Because we would only have 2 Vibrava. We should have searched the deck to see how many Vibrava we have. I'm going to Gormandize here, though. This is such a bad hand. We really don't want to get rid of the dojos. They might have Chaotic Swell. The problem with this format is that we don't have a lot of... Jeez. Yo, Pokemon Ranger, thank you for the tier 1 sub, buddy. I appreciate that, dude. And we got something really cool coming for subs, hopefully by the end of the year. I have this project that I'm working on, so subs, keep your eye out here real shortly. I'll probably be posting something in the Discord by the end of the year, but we got something really cool. Hopefully it will help a lot of the newer players, but maybe we'll give some insight into the to the players that have been playing a while as well. Appreciate that though, Pokemon Ranger. Thank you so much for that tier 1 sub. All right, so Brave Blade takes the knockout. I got sidetracked. You made me sidetrack, Pokemon Ranger. There's not a lot of counter options. What we've had in past formats are ways to counter the opponent's strategy. So things like we could take... No, we can't take a knockout. We missed an energy attachment. I was saying, like, we could go red and blue there, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's go here. Pokédoll. Get the max lax. Do we care about Air Balloon? I don't think so. I think we're just going to let him take a knockout. There's not a lot of counter strategies, right? And that, I think, is a problem. We're struggling with like knocking out a Pokemon. Like, you can't really play many tech Pokemon in Index right now. That's just the reality of life. We just are unable to play tech Pokemon because there's a lack of this kind of counter strategy available to us. We don't have counter energy. We don't have things like Mimikyu of the past, or like Sudowoodo that could, attack, like retaliate attack. Terrakion are things that I've all played. We just don't have that, and that's pretty unfortunate. So Alter Creation. We get a Dojo. What about Zamazenta Melodic Aegislash? Yes. I would argue that they're not as splashable as those other cards. And I would also argue that they're not as good of counters as those other ones were. I would count those as text, but they're for a very specific archetype. So they could have Gust here. That would hurt. We would get a KO. Oh, dude. I need you to not be playing Crushing Hammer. Crushing Hammer is pretty soul-sucking as well. From this format, I kind of hate it. There's the reason. All right. Let's get to work. So no Gust means that they are going to take a knockout on this Snorlax. That's pretty nice. We honestly hate the Zamazenta, though. They're probably going to get Mawile here, too, I think. Galarian Stunfisk B, bro. What are you doing, dude? Can I get a Poggers?
Can I get a Poggers in the chat, please?
Oh, yeah, buddy. Thank you, losers, for that Poggers. Dude, Galarian Stunfisk, bro. That thing could body us, dude. Well. What do we have here? We have a Dojo. We have a Vibrava. We have an Energy. And we don't care about anything else. So, yeet. Go get that. I mean, they just got to knock out one Flygon. So, yeah. We could probably drop the Snorlax. I don't think we do, though. Let's go Desert Hurricane. You're done, bud. Get on out of here. We get a dojo that's big. That is big. We need stadiums, dude. I'm hungry for them. They're gonna bring up the Stunfisk because of course you bring up the Stunfisk. I think it's only, and they of course they play a big charm on the Stunfisk. I think that just makes a lot of sense. Like why wouldn't you play the big charm on the Stunfisk? That's a really good and strong and very intelligent play. At this point, we need to find Gust Gust is what we need. That's so sad. All right, so we go here, we go here. We do not play Scrapper. Yeah, we do not play Scrapper. Let's go here, Marnie. And, well, there's one boss. So we just need the one boss's orders. And I think we Gormandize here. Oh, we shouldn't have. No, because no, we actually don't want to do that. Because we have no way to get this out of the active, so that's a problem. Flygon good against the Luke Metal. I'm gonna Soul Scrapper. Okay, we should have discarded the Snorlax off the Quick Ball. That was my bad because they can go Gust that, and then we have like no way to get it out of the active. They're down their Metal Saucers though. We see a Trapping Bite. Okay, yo. We can win this, I think. Right? We go here because we want to draw into a Stone Energy. Oh, we get a Big Charm. I think that saves us. Let's see. Let's do the damage calcs. So 260 minus 30. It's 230. 270. Oh, we're gonna take exact math. Yikers, my guy. What if they don't have a switch left that we could bring up their Zamazenta? They definitely have switch left. Oh no, we take 30 less from attacks. Okay, hold up. So Dusty Defense. So we're at 200, we're at 260. No, we can't. This has to go here. We have to pass. Right? I did do my calculations correctly, right? Oh, but we have the energy. I kind of did my damage calculations correctly, but I also didn't. Yo, we get a top deck though, never punished. Okay, we take this guy out. Go Sonic Edge for 230. And then we'll do Deep Hurricane. Does Deep Hurricane get us a KO on the active? Or do we need Boss? We'd really like to see a Mallow and Lana. Mallow and Lana could be kind of cute. But they can just get Gust on our Flygon and end the game. So this thing has 230, 250, 270. I'm gonna do 40. Get it all. Okay, we can go here. They just can't have boss, bro. They just can't boss. Okay. We need to draw into boss. We need to draw into boss before they draw into boss. No, we got a boss, dude. All right, so we'll retreat. We'll go into the doll. And we'll pray. We will pray. All right, here we go. Let's go Evo Instance just to burn it. We'll take a Vibrava out of the deck. Because the other thing that kind of does also help us is like Mallow and Lana. So if they Marnie us or something, let's say they don't have boss. They would also need a way to switch out the Stunfisk, which we are not taking into consideration. This thing is a fatty. This thing is a fatty. They don't have it. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Oh, yeah, this is so sweet. This is the sweetest victory of them all. Let's blow them up. Desert Hurricane. 500 damage. Let's go, baby. Yeah.
Bruh.
Taking it down.